Welcome to the Grand Finals of this tournament. We're on Dawson Station, spawning to the middle right-hand side. In purple, playing her off-race Zerk, it's Miyako. And to the middle left-hand side, in green, playing her off-race Zerk as well, it's Poizon, who's going into a very fast spawning pool already. It's not that unusual on Dawson. Well, actually I can't really tell you what's typical on Dawson and what's not, because you really don't get to see this map very often. So, but still, I think, these are very short rush distances. I mean, they're not actually as short as you would expect them to be. It actually looks a bit, it might look a bit shorter than it actually is, but it's still pretty short. So yeah, normally you just don't want to go into early hatchery on that base. I think it's almost suicide to do so. So we'll see how it's going to work out. This time around, we will see if, actually Miyako just tries to do the same build she did against Anolia, but then just kind of messed it up. She's probably not going to mess it up once more, so she will save up 300 minerals at a certain point in time, and will just block this entrance with a hatchery, I guess, because that was actually her plan against Anolia's build. She was already expecting her to go for some sort of early pressure. We'll see what Poizon actually has up her sleeves, if she really wants to go for early pressure as well. I mean, it's again not the most aggressive build of all, but if, of course, she doesn't really attack Miyako early on, Miyako will have the advantage of the gold base and will be able to actually outproduce Poizon with Lings and Banelings later on in the game. So first few Lings are already on the way for Poizon, so actually it seems as if she rather wants to go into an aggressive play anyways, having speed out a little bit later than usual though. So we'll see. Oh, even losing an overload over there, which actually just keeps her from producing quite well, but she already has another one made, so no immediate supply block right there. Okay, there's the hatchery block, so Miyako has now realized that her opponent is trying to go for kind of an aggressive push, but maybe not really. Maybe Poizon just wanted to trick Miyako into thinking that. But this time around, like I said, the hatchery is already down. Miyako has planted it down a little bit earlier, so it actually has a lot more health points than before. Still, it's actually, 6 Lings can really attack it at that point. I don't really know if it's that good of a strategy anymore. So it seems as if Poizon will be able to break through here quite easily. So yeah, now the queen has... okay, actually it seems as if Miyako will be able to drive away with the help of the queen and the few Lings. So the first push has stopped for now. Poizon now trying to take the gold base herself behind it. But Miyako has already had the gold base for quite some time and has already profited from that higher income there. Now producing a lot of Lings herself, going into speed and binding nest as well, while I think speed hasn't even begun for Poizon once more. I don't know if she just does that deliberately or if she just keeps forgetting it. Not really playing that race very often. So Miyako finally gets the full surround on the queen, takes it down very easily, and even takes her own queens with her. So there's still a lot of units for Poizon here, even though they are slow Lings. They so are Miyako's for now. So she will actually be able to get the full surround on Miyako's units here. Will actually not trade as cost efficiently, since the queens will actually take a little bit more damage as Miyako's own Lings, but for now Poizon actually has the bigger amount of Lings there. Miyako now morphing a few Banelings over there, and with a speed kicking in, I think there's nothing that Poizon actually can do here. She can't even really retreat from here on out, since her opponent now has speed and will always able to track her down. So, or to chase her down, actually, that was what I wanted to say, not track her down. Yeah, and with more Lings just incoming, Miyako will just take out her opponent, no problem there. Even taking out that one Baneling over there, GG, and Miyako wins the first game. Welcome back to the second map of the winner bracket... Oh, no, of the Grand Finals, I'm sorry for that. We're on Frozen Temple, spawning to the bottom right-hand side in purple, playing her off-race Protoss, and leading 1-0, it's LDLC's Miyako. La Pro-Gameuse Française. And to the top left-hand side in green, playing her main race, Protoss, Playing for the US, it's Poizon. And her clan should be Psystorm. It's not stated here because that's just her EU account. She doesn't really uses it only for tournaments. So let's see what Miyako is going to do now. She's chosen her off race deliberately. I mean, she could have just chosen her main race Terran and try to seal the deal in the second game, since she's already up 1-0. But she decided to go for her off race anyways. Just checks what her opponent is going to do. Maybe trying to deny some mining here and there with a pesky probe over here. It's a gateway into 2 gases for Poizon, and then a cybernetics core behind it. And another gateway, so it seems as if Poizon really wants to go for some early pressure. Doesn't even care about Miyako's probe sitting right next to that gateway. So Miyako just actually sees everything. Going for an almost identical build. Oh, what did I say? Almost. It is identical, you can actually say. So, but Poizon actually going for a proxy pylon over here as well. So we might see some sort of proxy shenanigans out of her. Or what might, I mean, we will. We just don't know yet what it's going to be. Is it going to be a Stargate, which is, I think, the most obvious choice. But we'll see to that, and maybe even Miyako wants to do the same? No, not yet. So, has the cybernetics core already finished? It has. So we'll just have to wait what the next tech building is going to be. And it's going to be... It's going to be a robo. Okay, going to be a immortal push. So let's see if she will be able to break through everything. Actually, Miyako building some stalkers might be the best thing that's going to happen for Poizon. Although, of course, she will have some adepts not that good against stalkers. But, of course, the incoming immortals will be. So with a good mixture of adepts and immortals, she might be able to just tear down Miyako's Protoss play. Okay, pylon down here for Miyako as well, so she will be able to have some photon overcharge available to help her defending the natural entrance, and will now go into Nexus. And it seems as if Miyako will just barely not discover the proxy, so very well proxy position, or a good proxy positioning by Poizon thus far, but this time Miyako will get it. Okay, and now we will probably hear the sirens out of my house, but not for long. Okay, sorry for that. So now Miyako knows what's headed her way, but the Immortal is already on its way. She can't really move out for now, since the Adepts are just attacking her units back in the main base. Okay, even lures them back into the middle line before before cancelling the shade. And now, of course, we have the situation we were talking about earlier. Poizon has to be careful, tries to move away that one adept, but Miyako just moves after it, just tries to kill it off before everything else is going to happen. Throws down more pylons even in order to have more photon overcharges available. Mothership core already has gathered 117 energy, so it will be able to throw down 2, and at the point when the attack hits, even 3 overcharges. So yeah, this should actually be near impenetrable for Poizon, I feel. I mean, it's only 2 stalkers, but like I said, I mean, the photon overcharge just can work wonders. With a second Immortal, though, it might be quite problematic, because Immortals can just tear down structures very easily. So we'll see. I mean, in a direct engagement, Poizon can't really do much, has to retreat for now. Still more overcharges available for Miyako. If Poizon should decide to commit, she could always just throw 2 more. And yeah, like I said before, I mean, it will almost have 100, so now it has 100 once more. So like I said before, if Poizon really commits to this push, and she actually has to commit to, I mean, she's 1 base, her opponent is already in 2 base. If she doesn't do a good chunk of damage, her opponent will just be so far ahead that she won't be really able to win this game anymore. But like I said, I mean, Immortals can tear down buildings quite easily, but of course it will still... otherwise, if you just focus fire the buildings with the Immortals just won't do damage to the units. So it's also kind of problematic. While all the other units are shooting at your units, as well as the pylon overcharges, you just focus fire the pylons. Also not the best thing to do. So Poizon does not really have a choice. She could still wait for the 3rd Immortal to come in. Just baits out the remaining 2 overcharges. When the 3rd Immortal arrives, the Mothership core should have enough energy again for 1 more photon overcharge. But that should be it. I mean, in the meantime, we even have Blink research for Miyako, and she's now producing her own immortals, so the timing window in which Poizon will be able to make something happen gets even smaller. I think she should now really attack from the left-hand side, trying to pick off some units here and there. She can't really fully retreat, that's just impossible. And I mean, the longer she waits, now the first immortal is out, Miyako has Blink available, so can now even Blink Stalker Micro. Can use Blink Stalker Micro in order to just blink back the hit units. That's actually a nice force field there by Poizon, separating the rest of the army of Miyako's, now trying to tear through. Will probably be able to get down the buildings before they can actually get up. Does she have another force field available? She does, so she can actually just again block out these units, but doesn't. That's actually maybe a big mistake by her. Or was it? I don't know. She just put the force field down here, but it was not really the best force field she could think of. Yeah, first now, of course, she can now take down the Nexus over here. I don't think that it's actually her most important attack aim. She normally just wants to go up that ramp. Has to be careful, of course, if there is, or if there was, a sentry over here. And now Miyako just walks one in. Like I said before, I think Poizon just has missed the opportunity. She has an observer in place, so she knows what's up there. Might be able to pick off that sentry if Miyako is not careful. Actually might now regret that she put her warp gates in front of her base, in front of her ramp now, because now actually Poizon can just pick off units here and there. Okay, now the first few units just get blocked in by the force field, but it's the only force field that Miyako has. Poizon just tears down another building, and it seems as if Miyako just doesn't have enough in order to fend it off. So now actually, if, again, there's the one sentry just buys Miyako a little bit more time. Poizon has managed to just shade her units back to the middle line of Miyako's base. So now she has taken down 2 more probes. Is just trying to, unfortunately attacking the wrong units right here. But yeah, in the meantime, Poizon just walks up the ramp, kills off the last remaining pylon. No more unit production for Miyako, except maybe for this one robotics facility. Okay, she actually doesn't have to retreat that far off. Why does she do that? That's not really necessary. I don't know. It seems to be as if it was a misclick here. She can just take out the warp gate over here, can take down the cybernetics core. Miyako realizes that GG's out, and Poizon takes the second game, ties the series up 1-1. Welcome to the deciding map of this best of 3. We're on Frost, and spawning to the top left-hand side in purple, playing her main race. It's Miyako. And to the bottom left-hand side in green, playing her off race, it's Poizon. And she really has to work some kind of miracle right now. Probably going to play some sort of one-based cheese push, I think. Because I don't want to be really pessimistic, but I think in a normal standard macro game, Poizon doesn't stand a chance against Miyako, who's playing her main race Terran, while Poizon is playing her off race, and maybe even her worst off race. So yeah, she just has to do something special and has to hope to keep to get her opponent off guard in order to win this game. Otherwise, if Miyako takes this, and if Poizon won that game, we would go into another best of 3, because Miyako was coming from the winner's bracket and Poizon was coming from the loser's bracket. So Miyako will have a little advantage. And like I said before, this is actually what Poizon... If Miyako wins, though, she will have won the tournament. So, and this is actually what I said. I think that's very wise, a good thing to do right here. Has to be careful, of course, that Miyako's first Reaper just doesn't do too much damage inside her own base. So we'll see whether she will be able to defend that Reaper with a few Marines she will have once the Reaper arrives. But yeah, Poizon just tries to do a sort of cheesy proxy build, maybe even also going into Reapers, or just trying to overwhelm her opponent with pure Marines that can be easily reinforced with the help of these proxy barracks. But yeah, I think that's a very wise thing to do. There's nothing else I can say about that. Like I said before, I mean, it's damn near impossible to win against Miyako if she plays her main race and you have to play your off race. I mean, a lot of players in the FSL even have problems winning against her using their main race. So yeah, it's just the best thing to do. And playing more Reapers. So the OP Terran unit in the early game sees some more use. So right now we have a Reaper that has already been quite damaged by the one Marine over here, but finally managed to kill it. And of course Reapers heal up after some time, so you just have to give the Reaper some rest out of the fight, and then it will just regenerate like crazy up to full health. And since it's the only unit right now in Poizon's base, and Miyako has already realized, ooh, there's nothing here anymore, so you must be kind of cheesing me. She's just planting down a bunker down here, which is actually not really going to help her, because Reapers can just jump in using that ledge over here. So yeah, actually that bunker won't really do her that good, and she wanted to go into an early 1-1-1 build, so she won't have that many units at home when the first few Reapers hit. So actually, this might really catch Miyako off guard and provide Poizon with another win. But never count Miyako out. We've already seen her incredible micro, and she's already producing a lot of Hellions, and Hellions, as we all know, actually counter Reapers. So yeah, let's see what she's going to do. I mean, there's the first 3 Reapers hopping in. There's the first 2 Hellions have already popped out. So 3 Reapers now getting inside the middle line. They will probably do a lot of damage already, but the first few Hellions now retreat back into the main base, trying to kill off the Reapers over here. Poizon really has to retreat as quickly as possible. It has to wait for more Reapers to arrive. There's the next few coming in, already incoming, but the Reaper bomb was actually positioned quite nicely. So actually Poizon already has to retreat. And yeah, we can actually say that Miyako has already held that push successfully, and is now she just has such a big advantage that she shouldn't really lose that game from here on out. Poizon just retreats with all of the Reapers. I mean, of course, there's not much she can do. She knows that she won't be able to harass her opponent anymore. She won't be able to jump up that cliff anymore. She won't be able to get through the front, because there's a bunker down here, and Miyako will just have the possibility to move her Hellions as well. So Poizon just tries to make the best out of the situation, doesn't want to GG out right now, although she actually could. After the failed Reaper the failed Reaper cheese, you normally just can't win anymore if you didn't do any kind of significant damage. I mean, if the amount of damage you did was like big enough, you might be able to make something happen. She tries to go in with the Reapers once more. I actually like this. She knows that she has to do some more damage when she tries to take her base down there, but actually doesn't really manage to do that. Miyako just too quick, removing all of her SCVs from the middle line, and now she just walks out with her own units, knowing that her opponent can't really have as much. Fortunately for Poizon, she will probably just barely be able to finish the command center, so she can at least lift it, so she won't lose it, but she doesn't have any units to defend. Only 2 more Reapers, and they won't stand a chance against the Banshee and a few Hellions. So yeah, every kind of defensive unit just gets taken out immediately. The wall is broken. I repeat, the wall is broken. That awkward moment when you don't have Marines. GG's out. Miyako takes the series and the tournament with a convincing 2-1. Congratulations to her.